Alrighty. Hello everyone. Hello. I think I've got everything organized. Okay. I'm gonna do a bit of a short intro. I've been working on Blender all day. I need a break. So I thought I'd stream for a few hours before getting back into it. But yeah, no, I've been staring at squares and triangles for um 8 hours, I think. 10? I don't know, started at hang on. Let me check. It's been a very long day. But, I had the day off yesterday as well, and doing the exact same thing. Hang on a minute. Oh no, yeah, since 4 o'clock this morning. So what's that? 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 8 hours. I need a break. I'm for a fix. Is that you, Zero? Better not be. Why'd you change your name? I'm sure it's you. Why'd you change your name? Don't say no. Don't say cuz, because that's no. I want a plausible reason. I might have to ban you for being an impersonator. Zero was cool. Should have kept it. Now I'm gonna call you Alpha. It's just, ugh. You're not Alpha. Foxes can't be alphas. That's what wolves are. So, how you been? What you been up to? I'm on a mega. Oof. Uh. Yeah, but the megas are the most dangerous of them all. Megas can destroy all three, so because they're the ones who sit on the outside and look in. Lies. Oh, so yeah, no, that's the truth. Like Alpha, Beta, Omega. Wait, hang on. Yeah, I had to remember what the actual saying was back many years ago. What the Buddhist saying was. One rise, one falls, other one rise, etc. Yeah. Signing for your DMV test. Well, drive safe. Always drive safe. Check your mirrors. Make sure your seat's in the right position. Always check your blind spots. What helped for me when I was doing my driving test was to do a walk around the vehicle, then sit in the driver's seat. Thank you, Burr. And the reason why is because if you know how far away where certain parts of the car is, it becomes like nature to know how far the distance is on an object with a car. What the hell's all this stuff? Quantum snare event? Can I like lay down and look at that again? You know what I'm gonna do real quick? Glass of whiskey and drive. Hey, as long as you don't drink that glass of whiskey, that's fine. You just don't drink and drive. There's nothing that says you can't have alcohol in a car as long as you don't drink it. You know, be responsible on the road. The road's a dangerous place. It's not just you on the road. There's trucks. There are other cars. There are bicycles now. Electric scooters, as you've probably seen on the internet. I'm just going to reset my cache real quick. Because I want to know what that was. Because I received the patch before I jumped on, so... I have no information about what this patch is. So... Also, if you have the opportunity to drive other people's cars, do it. It'll provide you a new, different perspective to types of vehicles that you can drive. For instance, if you're driving like a SUV, you can be high off the road, which changes your perception from what's around you. If you drive a lot smaller car, that's lower to the ground. Same thing applies. If you drive something like a van is a very, very different driving style as well, because they're a bit heavier on the front than they are in the back, depending if they've got a load or not. So yeah. Alright, let's get this game restarted. I can't wait to read that footage. I want to see exactly what I was looking at in my footage after this. I'm so curious. Anyway, so Kiba, how you been? What have you been up to? I'm on break from Blender. The broken loader on my rented Andromeda. You can't change the loader on a rented vehicle. Unless there's been a change that I'm not aware of. No rented vehicles loader can ever be changed. I want to. Yeah, the glitch I did. That's exactly what happened with me. I couldn't fire 3 of my weapons. And I found out the only way to fix it was to blow the ship up. Well, that was from my experience, definitely. So. Oh, it's been a long day. Need a big stretch. Oh. I hate Blender. Just saying. It's a good, like, honestly, it's a really good program. It's just, my mind is just boof, just going bang. Anyway. Ah, interesting. Interesting. I had my day off. I was playing during my day off yesterday, and I was just making money like no tomorrow. I'm at 2.5 million, I think it is, from the 1.9 that I started ended the stream with. Yeah, no, that was I've had some pretty interesting missions that have come up. I had I had a bonkers set of beacons back to back, moderate beacons. That was a 30k each 4 times. That was just what the hell is this shit? What am I looking at here? Quantum snare event. So we know where the events are. As long as we don't hit them, we basically... Pixels. Seriously, Bob, look, take a look at the text. This here, this text. Where's this come from? What did they do? So it's not me, it's not... Because I can see them all. There's one there. Yeah. One there. There's one there. There's one there. And there was the other one. Down there. Over there. Like... Oh, wait a minute. There's another one there. I think. Unless that's ships. I think it's ships. Anyway. That was small question. Any idea what the... has there been any word about what it is? Because I did see it, and my build number didn't change. Although... the game isn't chugging resources like it's normally been doing. What does it do? Okay, I'll follow it up after stream and see if I can find some notes about what's happened. I'm guessing it's about its back end stuff. Because this morning when I was on before I started Blender stuff, there was lag that was going on that was so bad. People were flying out of their ships. It's like the game believed that no one was seated at the time. And I went to a bunker, and the bunker didn't spawn. There was only a purple square box there, and that was it. There was no hole in the floor, like no hole in the floor. No assets around the outside either. It was literally just like a white texture with a square box, a purple square box in the middle, and that was it. So yeah, I don't know what was going on. And the people that were at Zeno were saying that they were getting shot from invisible forces. Ooh. That's interesting. Alright, we'll do that one as well. What else is there? I don't want to do these unless they're working. I'll grab that one. Grab that one. I might do that one too. And last but not least... Okay, easy peasy.
Approaching next station. If this is your stop, please prepare to disembark.
On the right side. Oh, nice. Alright, so any chance you get to do them, just do them. I found it easier to stay around the planet. Any of the main planets, not the moons. I don't think they pop up in that. And if they don't spawn, you can jump out of the system and then jump back to try and get them to reset. But if the thing is, the beacons aren't going to show up until the lag's gone, and while Zeno's running, the chance of getting beacons is diminished greatly because of the calculations that are going on for Zeno. So until that's gone, we can't guarantee we can get beacons unless Zeno is over. Then we can guarantee beacons are going to pop up for about an hour. Oh yeah, what did I find just recently too? Where is it? I found a railgun. So we've got a grenade launcher, I've got an Animus, a missile launcher as well. I think it's just the one says it. Oh yeah. You won't be able to do a high threat in any ship that's not higher than Andromeda. But at the moment, if we get high threats, there's a good chance we can beat them. with the lag, because we can do more damage and it'll count our damage over the NPC's damage. Same with this similar situation with what was happening with 3.17. However, I think the problem is still that will it register repeater weapons over cannons? And that's where my argument is at the moment, is that I'm pretty sure if we had cannons, we wouldn't have any issues on cannons. Because it'll register the alpha damage, not the shots. Which will wipe them out even faster. Well, theoretically. So...
Vehicle selected. Stand by.
This is a reminder that the flight status and hangar information may change.
Your vehicle has been
Check flight
delivered to
information on your MobiGlass or...
Hey Zero, I hate to say it, but I'm just gonna keep calling you Zero. Don't hate me. Heavy fighter would... I don't know if you can rent a heavy fighter though. I choose Andromeda because it's cheap and very powerful. Like, very powerful. It can do high threats, but I think it's situational of how the hammerhead behaves. If you get double hammerheads, you need to take one of them out, and they pack a punch. So... I'm trying to do them. Hey, like, I really want to get into high threat, but I'm gonna buy a specific ship for it first. There's one other thing, 101,000. Okay.
Landing complete. Have a pleasant stay.
Haven't even hit the ground. Oh yeah, hang on. Can't forget something. Did it seriously pull me off the ground? No. Okay, good. I need sustenance. Oh, the warden. Vanguard warden. I'm trying to think if that's the... No, it's... There's the difference between the Sentinel and the Vanguard. Is it the warden? No. Shit, I can't remember which one it is. You got the Vanguard series. You got Vanguard Sentinel, Vanguard... Hang on. Where's my notepad real quick? I'll tell you what it is. So there's two types of ships right now that are the best in their class for the Vanguard series. And this is from these notes come from 3.17. The Harbinger. So the Sentinel is the best for PvP because it's got an EMP, and if you can catch a player off guard, you just completely annihilate them. That's the end of it. But you got to be able to. You have to be quick enough to use it, and it works great against enemy ships too. If you're doing bounties, is you can run in the middle of them and cast your EMP, and they'll basically fall to the ground. The other one is the Harbinger. Now the Harbinger has size 5 torpedoes, which are really handy against fighters. Now 317, they didn't work properly. You couldn't change the loadout of them, so you had garbage torpedoes. Now, as far as I know, it's been fixed. So if you wanted to do bounties, run a Harbinger over a Sentinel, because you have access to, like I said, to size 5 torps. And the better ones to be stocking for it specifically is... Where is it? Ooh. Ooh, I think I've taken it off my notepad. Sorry, I'll get the notes for it a bit later. Yeah, Vanguard Warden. I'm not familiar with the Warden. That sounds like the transport one. Because there is a transport vessel of the Warden class, of the Vanguard class. I didn't rent the Warden though. The others, that's the Harbinger is 2 million from Lawville. So if you go to Lawville and land at Lawville, so as you exit, you'll go to where the ship terminals are. Instead of going towards the ship terminals, turn right and follow the corridor all the way through to New Deal. And there's a terminal on the left-hand side. You can actually have a look at the ships that are available. But Lawville is one of the major hubs for ships. Like it has, I think, like 100 ships available that you can buy. I'll have to. I can't remember the difference between them, not specifically. So, but I know the Sentinels that it's the PvP is PvP specific because of the EMP, and then the Harbinger is PvE focused because of the torps. Because torps are things that aren't supposed to be available. So. Where is my combat beacon? I did grab it. I'll just wait a moment until it comes through. There it is. Yeah, the hub light. Yeah, it could be.
I've got pirates all over me. I need assistance here.
Yeah, let me find it real quick. I think I can find. I might be able to find the spreadsheet for it real quick. The Warden. I mean, has this ship actually been changed? Oh, see, this is the thing. If it's been changed, then my information about the ship's also out of date. So I only have last patch to work off because I've tried quite a few of the ships. What do we got here? Okay, let's see if I can find it on the... Okay, so the Warden...
You heard my comm. That's amazing. I need some help mopping up these bastards.
Alright, hang on. Let me focus on the fight first, and then I'll look at the information. Where's this one? Okay. Yeah, I've got the notes here about the ships. I'll go over it in just a second. But again, this stuff's from like prior patches, so if things have been changed, which with ballistic weapons changes and performance changes, the ability of certain ships has been improved and others have been significantly nerfed. So... Yeah, no, the Vanguard series are really good ships, all 4 of them. But I mean, my preference is the Harbinger for my playstyle. The Sentinel's a bit too finicky for my hands, but it's still a really good ship. But the Warden, I don't know. I think that's just a military. It's just a fighter. It doesn't actually have extra weaponry. But I'll double check though, because I've got the notes on the screen. Ooh, the jitter. Give me more power to weapons, please. Thank you. Bit too fast. But yeah, like I said, New Deal in Lawville has your ships, if you want them. If you have the opportunity to try them out, do it. I think you'll probably find that the Sentinel's too finicky, because that's more suited for like dogfighting and stuff. That should be a dead ship. Thank you.
I thought I was a goner.
Okay, so where's my notes? The variants. Okay, so the Harbinger is a fighter bomber a fighter bomber of the Vanguard series. The Hoplite is transport. The Sentinel is electronic warfare oriented towards confusion on the battlefield by the use of EMP pulses, which basically says it's PvP. The Warden is the base version of the Vanguard series, suited for dogfighting and exploration. It also has a escape pod, and I believe it is also a bed. But yeah, if you want just a brief overview of them, I'll give you the spreadsheet. Good shield, adequate damage, and yeah, yeah, absolutely. Oh, yeah. Heavy fighters will be perfectly fine for that. Definitely. Because I think they run 2 size 2 shields, so they've got decent shields. But I mean, if you happen to find something with like a size 3 shield, you're probably laughing. Alright, before we go anywhere, I'm just going to jump out the chair real quick and take a drink. I enjoyed flying the Vanguard. I didn't like the Sentinel. I loved the Harbinger, but I didn't like the fact we couldn't use missiles. We couldn't change them because we got the missiles they actually had were infrared only, and they were just terrible. So yeah, if you get ships with center fire guns, yeah, it makes things a lot easier too. And I'm pretty sure the Vanguard is running a size 5 weapon too. But you might need to double check on that. So if it is a size 5 weapon, that's powerful. But you can turn it down to a size 4 for more power if you want more shots. Some ships benefit easier from that too. So yeah, so you can put a size 5 weapon on it. So you can upgrade to a what is it? A Galdarine. A CF557 Galdarine repeater. If you really want to have some serious firepower. And punch holes in ships and stuff. I mean, you probably won't be able to take on a hammerhead because you won't have enough weapons, but give it a try. Oh, also, yeah, I think with the Harbinger, that's got a turret for someone to use, and it's a rocket launcher as well. But you can change that out to repeaters so you can put more guns on it. Whereas with the Sentinel, I think that's already got one as well. So yeah. Oh yes, yeah, they're very powerful. Go to Lawville. Go to Lawville. Go to New Deal. So like I said, when you land at Lawville, take the elevators, and on your way to the terminals, to where you turn your ship in, turn right, walk down the corridor, turn left, and look to your right-hand side and look at the Hammerhead parked there. Feel free to jump inside and have a look for yourself. It's a 5-man death machine. It is an absolute monster on the battlefield. They're heavily armored, they have a lot of health, and they have a lot of guns too, and they're very dangerous at close range. Because those turrets that they have on them, it's 4 guns on each side. So, I think, is it 4 or it might be 8? I'll have to get in a fight one to show you. Oh, give a high threat. No, honestly, give a high threat a try. There's no loss to it. Because you can see for yourself exactly what you're dealing with. Because it's not always going to be hammerheads that show up. It could be just Andromedas that are there, which are really easy to take down, but they do have a lot of shields, so you need a lot of firepower. And if it is a hammerhead, it could be 1 or it could be 2. So... Yay! Alright, where's our beacon? I can't bring up the star map. Ah, that's why. It's a 30k. It can, Kiba. It can. Just make sure on your num key, or your numpad, press 8 once. So it forces the front shields to have more power. Because the shield is 100,000 on an Andromeda, and on a Redeemer, it has 2 size 3 shields, which gives it 200,000 shield. Oh, sorry, it might be 150k. No, it's 200,000, because it's a rounded number. So you can do just about anything with an Andromeda as it is anyway. Obviously don't take it to low threats if they got ballistic weapons, because that's a disaster. But you can basically do your... what you call it? The surveillance stations missions. You can do them without actually really needing to do too much, because you've got that much firepower. Put all your power, put all energy to weapons to give you 163 charge, 163 ammo for all your guns, and just go to town on everything. Or maybe do like a 50-50 split. You don't need power on engines. You just need it on weapons and shields. So if you do like F5 and F7 twice to force it into 50-50, and then if you don't like it, just press F8 to reset it all. But you don't need power on engines, because if you're not using shift, which you don't with the Andromeda, because you can just kind of mosey along holding W down and just increase your speed a little bit and just chase the target with the big guns that you got. You also have 2 racks of missiles. You have size 1 and size 2 missiles. You can shoot 4 of them at a time. You turn into a party boat. And if you're like me, who's done something really silly, where I've actually equipped it nothing but rattlers, it's not 4 missiles, it's 4 times 8 per missile rack. So if I just, well, see, the thing is, as long as you don't get shot. So if you've got really good maneuverability and stuff like that, you can just stay behind the target and destroy them from behind, so they can't get to you. Because, as I said, like when you're flying a big ship, they don't have the steering capabilities, and the Andromeda can only fire forward. So if you can get behind them and sit on their engines, they won't be able to do anything at all. So, but yeah, when you're nimble and stuff, and you're a light fighter, you can just go run circles around them, and they can't chase you. So, like you can really kind of amp up the speed of how fast you're flying and stay in like a drift of doing, say, maybe 8 Gs around in a circle, and if the guns don't hit you, you kind of you win. So yeah, pretty much just destroy the back engine. Oh, sorry, the back shield and destroy the engines. So
Reach out for details. Signing off. Stanton, CDF needs combat and cargo retrieval volunteers to assist the Navy. Reach out for details. Signing off.
that's how I deal with the hammerheads. Is I do a circle. I try and fly a circle around them and just lay into the shields as much as possible on all sides to try and weaken them down instead of focusing one side. So yeah, I'm going to be buying a Corsair, which is a it's a very powerful ship, and we're going to see just how good it is. After I was looking at its stat sheet, it's got size 5 weapons on it, and it's got 6 of them, 6 size 5 and 2 size 4s, I think it is. It apparently packs a punch, so I'm going to see if that's true. Alright, what I'm going to do... I was debating on playing Path of Exile if First Us says it was going to be working, but no, if I change games, I'll stop stream and actually get back to working on Blender. So, yeah. But not yet. Soon. Yeah, Kim, if you're not doing much during the weekend, we can team up if you want. And I'll jump in a turret seat if you want. Go and shoot some stuff. See, the thing about the Andromeda is that it doesn't just have 4 weapons on it. It actually has 8. 2 turrets, each using, I think the Panthers. So it's not like it's like a step up ship. It's like with the Hammerhead is really weak solo. So if you fly it solo, you're not going to do much. But the moment you start putting people on it, its difficulty goes up in multiplication levels, because if you get decent gunners, so if you put one on each side, your ship is covered in a 360-degree circle. If there's only one extra gunner, it's only 180 degrees, or I think all about 270 degrees. It's not overly much. So but with the Andromeda, for instance, the Andromeda is a different story, because most people sit on the top turret, which basically covers the entire ship, and the pilot is always going to be following. This is how obviously this is how I fly, so I can't speak for all pilots, but the pilot is going to be attempting to evade and engage, going nose down. So whoever's behind you is most likely going to fly over the top, and your gunner is going to be looking backwards. Or you could be one of those proper chads who opens up the airlock and has a gun pointed out the window too. Maybe a railgun. I've seen that. I think it was Ghost. It was either Ghost or it was Felsumo was telling me about it. So, no. See, the thing about the high threat, and I had to look this up too, is they scale. So the higher the threat, the more skilled the hammerhead is. So if we go like a 250k high threat, that's going to be 2 fully manned hammerheads plus extra adds. If we do like a 40k high threat, it's probably going to be just Andromedas or a single Andromeda with maybe 2 other ships. So people, yeah, I know. This is exactly what I think it was Ghost. I think Ghost was telling me about it. How ridiculous it was. So, but yeah, I mean, I just happen to have a railgun too. Goodbye, small ship. Alright, so while the game is busy doing its thing, we'll get our missions reloaded. Uh-oh. Someone's in trouble. Nope.
The next shuttle is approaching the station. Last call for passengers. The shuttle is preparing to depart.
Yeah, pretty much. Or if you knock out
Shuttle will be departing.
if you knock out the weapon stations, it destroys the ships too. But yeah, like the engine is the biggest thing. If you can get the engines, it's over. But it's a big if. So, alright, missions. Let's see what we got. Mercenary work. We want call to arms. We want this one. This one. Guard against hostiles. I want to look into these other ones as well. We're going to provide backup. We'll grab that one as well because that's at Opal, so that's not far away. That's the Caterpillar. We don't want that one. We'll take this one because I want to have a look at that one. And that's about it, is it? Yep. Alright, and we've got some moderate beacons, which we can't do until we get our ship, so... yeah. Hey, Pony! Welcome all, whoever else is here too.
If this is your stop, please prepare to disembark.
We are doing, space shenanigans.
Last call for passengers. The shuttle is preparing to depart.
Okay, so now the question is my stuff still on my ship?
Shuttle
Or is it lost in space? I mean, it was only ammo and food, but still. That was good ammo and good food.
Crusader Industries shuttlecraft feature expanded vista call for passengers. The shuttle
I still want to know what that patch was. What it was all about. I'm surprised. They normally leave it, like, it normally comes up on Discord quite quickly too. That's all good though. I bet you it was major back-end fixing. For the weekend, considering it's literally here. Well, it's Friday for me, I don't know, it's probably Thursday for other people, but yeah. Hey streamer. Hey Pony. How are you? Just for you, Pony. Not so much. Ah, I'm like you. I'm the same as you, Kibo. I am the same as you. I keep food on me at all times. I just there's 5 is brought in. How is 14? I've been thinking about getting back into it.
To the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
Has it like kind of settled down since the streamer exodus from WoW? I think it was beginning of, was it Dragonflight? I think it was Dragonflight. I'm trying to think. One particular streamer that actually raided the server killed them. I don't think they've recovered since, as far as I know. Thursday morning, yeah. Like I said, it's Thursday somewhere. It's Friday elsewhere. Wait a minute. I'm wrong. Sorry. No, it is Thursday for me. I am so wrong. I keep thinking it's Friday for some strange reason. I don't know why. I think I'm already in weekend mode. I'm bursting anymore. I wonder if they've rolled out some back-end stuff. But then again, ASOPs aren't working at the moment, so let's move out that database. What's chat saying? Let's back away from the terminal real quick. Anything in global? Okay, nothing good in global. It's just more trash talk. So, are you looking up? I think so. I mean, he likes it. He likes it when I boop. I think that works. That's about 30k. Well, I mean, I just got onto the Oz server and it's 30k, but I think this is database. This is back end stuff, so we'll have to wait. We'll have to wait. It's also possible that the Xeno threat is reloading at the moment too, because this is a good indication of something like that. So, you know what? You know what? Hang on, I'm gonna go see if I can find the notes to see if there's anything new. Spectrum normally has something about what's going on if forum categories. Where are we? Patch notes. Nope. No patch notes here. Hang on. What's this? Newest. Okay. This is the comment. Okay, the small update you saw on the launcher was just an attempt for handling interaction delays. We're looking into it more on the live servers to see, but won't have an immediate effect. The notes for it as it hang on, no notes for it as it shouldn't be noticeable right away. So yeah, new times event in 14. Wait. What's this times event? Fill me in. I only just, I got I've only done maybe 2 hours with Endwalker, so yeah.
Welcome to the ASOC Vehicle Retrieval System.
Oh, that.
Visit us again.
Shit, I haven't. Yeah, no, I haven't done that in ages. I think that was Stormblood last time yeah, I think it was Stormblood last time I touched that. Early Stormblood. Ah, okay. Yeah, no, I haven't played in, yeah, like, since basically the start of Shadowbringers. I really should, I should, but yeah, I should get back into MMOs, but I'm just, I don't know, I've just been on that fence about playing MMOs for a while. But if I was going to start MMOs, if I was going to start 14 again, I'd probably roll a new character. But I don't really want to either because of the stuff I've got on my main character. Like all the mounts and stuff. Oh no, this isn't the same, Kibba. This is not the same. This is actually an FPS. Yeah, a different story. It's technically a co-op FPS adventure game. No, it's not. It's not. It's not actually an MMO. Not in that degree. No, 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 no. Yeah, but they may say that. I still don't. I'm saying it's not. Okay, fine, fine. You win. You win. I still say it's not. I mean, look. I'm looking at terminals, and where are the other players? What's going on? Bring up the player count. There's 81 people that are currently playing, but where is everyone? Who put all this litter here? I think it's the NPCs.
Welcome to the ASOC Vehicle Retrieval System.
I mean, I could joke about global chat and go, oh, wait a minute. Yep, just more trash talk. Yeah, that's true, Pony. That's definitely true. Hell, look, I played Hellgate London when it first came out. That was a real MMO because there were players everywhere. The moment you walked into a station, you just had there's nothing but nameplates popping up of all the people that were in the station.
Welcome to the ASOC Vehicle Retrieval System. Please visit us again.
Hey, look, Pony, I'm open to suggestions, hey. I'm open to suggestions. Last time, okay, so the last time someone actually suggested me a game, they gave me Slay the Spire, and it was an absolute disaster. In more ways than one. I actually had pulled down the playlist because of how much I hated the game. So if that's anything to go by, you've got plenty of games to choose
Welcome
from.
to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
You know what? Actually, no. That's actually a cool idea. I might do that. Might borrow that idea. Okay, we're switching servers. We're going to US. Yeah, I think that I would. Yeah, I think so. All around microtech. I mean, it is part of Xeno, but I don't know why. Good. I'm trying to think how much Bob has. I think he has like 70,000. He always tunes in. Like, always just leaves his computer on watching the stream in the background. He told me how much it was. Hold on. Let me just I'll just keep going to the USA server first. See if I can find it. Yeah, he had seven. Yeah, he had. So as of April 24th, he had 77,700. So I have not much given. Nice. I don't know what to do for like big channel point rewards. I'm open to suggestions though. I mean, I technically should make like a point spender reward, just like a recycle bin or something like that. Just yeah. Oh, that's right, Pony. Yeah, you told me about that. I've been following for a long time. You know, you know, you should make him play some kind of ridiculous game, like I don't know, Doki Doki or something like that. Was it Doki Doki Literature Academy or whatever it's called? I don't know. I remember seeing something like that on Steam, and I was like, no way. Best streamer. Nah, it's not the. I see why streaming is one of the well, yeah, would be one of the hardest professions to do because of the time that goes into it. You know. There you go, Pony. You got your confession of how much he wants to play. And I barely had to lift a finger. Oh wow. Do you know all the years I've actually played 14, I've never actually owned a house. I was in the I was on Japan. I was on the Japan data center for a long time. Then they released the Oceanic service, so I decided to move. And then they announced plots, and that did not go down well because of all the people that couldn't get a plot because of all the bots just buying them up. What's this in a year? Yeah, I got no issues playing high ping. I really don't. So I might look at it. Well, we'll have to wait and see. I'm looking for a server that's highly like it's like has high pop So, events are constantly going on. So if I want to do dungeons and stuff, I can just go, bam, bam, bam over again. So, because yeah, like I said, I was on Japan's data center. I had like about 300 ping. So high ping's not much of an issue for me. It's just if it comes to doing stuff like ultimate raids and stuff, probably won't happen. Should never use server. Okay. Yeah, if I do, I'll probably be playing White Mage again, I think. I'll start White Mage and work into tank. I'll probably run. I don't know if I'll do. I mean, I didn't mind Summoner. Summoner was quite good. Ninja, not too good. I mean, Bard isn't too bad. I'm trying to think what tank I'd play. Probably Paladin, I think. Strange Light. Yeah, yeah, I did hear. They had a rework. Hang on, was it a rework? Or it was tweaked, tuned, something like that. Yeah. They Paladin very much. How much have they changed it? Clear rework. Okay, cool. All right, I'll have to take a look then to see how much it's changed. Is it still using the Carbuncle setup into like Ifrit summon and Tiamat or whatever it is? Oh no, Tiamat. Yeah, is it Tiamat? Tiamat. No. I think, or is it Bahamut? One or the other. The super summon. Yeah. Attacks normally. Oh, does that have to be commanded to attack? Oh, the computer sabotage. What the hell for? Oh, I don't get that. Maybe combat now. Summons. Oh, okay. Hmm. Does that mean that the summon has taken a damage loss? I mean, to my mathematical, it's that it has, but unless they buff the spells. Yeah, I haven't got a summoner high enough to use him just yet. I'm quite close. I remember correctly, I think my current character is quite close to it. Yeah, no, normally I play Dark Knight tank. I play White Mage, and then as for choice of tank, it's normally like Dark Knight. It's Paladin. So Rip and Trance. Yeah, no, I'm way up. I think I'm way off for that. I'm probably like, I think I'm like 50 something. 40, it's either, I think somewhere between 47 and 50, I think. So, you know, I'd have to log on and check actually, if that was the case. Yeah, well, then I'm way off from getting it then. So, now the last thing I remember working on was the companions stuff. We run through dungeons with them and stuff like that. Yeah. No, at that time I was also leveling up tanks and stuff. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, no, it's between that and ESO. MMOs want to get back into playing. So, but with ESO, if I was going to do ESO, I'd be playing Templar and probably doing the entire game. Because I haven't played Templar yet, and that was one of the things I wanted to play before I stopped playing. I mean, my current Sork Werewolf is completely overpowered, and yeah. There's a 40. You remind me, yeah, that's funny. You remind me of someone who's like that too, who's in one of the Oceanic free companies. They live in 14 as well. Which is weird because they're really good at running all the events, but that's all they really do. They just basically flip the market and run the events. That's all they like doing now. Like they've basically played the game, leveled up, got all their characters to max, and that's it. That's all they do. Back to the market, flip. So, oh, definitely good people though. It taught me a lot about the market in the early game. But then when I stopped playing, I kind of fell out of touch with what was of value and what wasn't. So, yeah. All right, let's go. Let the lag begin. It'll be fine. Akiba, I want to raise the sign and say stalker alert. What I'm looking for. Alright, we got all that. Also got that. That's what I'm saying. I'm just gonna hold up the sign and say stalker alert. It's funny because it makes it sound like the way you've put it. It makes it sound like you're one of those people who would kidnap him and hold him, keep him in a bedroom and just you stay.
Approaching next station.
You can be like, I'm not doing no such thing. You've come up with them on your own. I've just said some words and you've interpreted such a thing, and what happens after that is out of my control. Alright. US servers are messing up too. Alright, back to the Oz server. We'll see if they've sorted themselves out. This is amazing. This is like an hour of messing around just to try and get into a server. Whatever did I do to deserve such problems? What did they do to break the servers? Like, this is bad. This is worse than what it was yesterday. Actually, it was worse than what it was this morning. Yeah, I think the problem's migrating around, but the Oz server is the ASOP issue, which is a database issue. So if the backend database is offline, or I don't know, it's crashed or something like that, then yeah, like it's going around. Oh god, those emotes. Yeah, I'd be worried now. Which reminds me, hey Kiba, do you have your sub badge yet? Did it come through? Did your sub badge come through when you subbed? Can't remember when it was. It was a while back. I'm not. Hey, Pony, if I ever had a chance of playing Among Us with you, I'm gonna instantly vote you off. Like just stamp, yeah, not instant delete.
CDF to retrieve supplies and provide combat support against Xeno threat. Contact me if you're available to help. Signing off. Pilots, this is Rowena Dooley at the Advocacy.
Yeah, Pony sus bam, just instant sus. You know, get this big stamp out and a boof right on the face.
Contact me if you're available to help. Signing off.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Alright, because I'll show you why. Just give us a second. Give me a second. Alright, hang on. Like I said, Pony, you're in my house now. Welcome to hell. I hope you enjoy your stay.
Last call for passengers. The shuttle is preparing to depart.
I mean, look, we can always introduce you to the Godfather, I suppose. Although, I really don't like what happened to this effect. I don't know what I did to it. Hmm.
Approaching next station. If this is your stop, please prepare to disembark. Last call for passengers. The shuttle is preparing to depart.
Do you know, it's funny, it's funny, Kevin reminds me of this particular artist who has a interesting character in a comic. Well, yeah, in a comic. His name's Rudai. He's on Fair Affinity. And it draws this very interesting Phoenix character, which it makes that's what yeah, it always reminds me of what Kiba looks like. Hang on, I'll see if I can find it real quick. I'll just check to make sure it's actually safe. Oh, sorry, it's Radri. Sorry, I mispronounced it. Um, gotta find where he posted it again. Oh, here we go. Where's his updated? Yeah, here we go. Is this safe? Is this safe? Yeah, it is. I just want to make sure it actually works. It's not locked behind permissions. No, it's only for registered users. Oh, that sucks. Well, you have to go find it. I can't link it. What's his name? Kyle, I think that's what he called his character. Hang on, where is it? History. Yeah, it's tagged. Okay, yeah, I can't link it because it's been tagged. But yeah. Get a lot of gift subs. Sorry, I think all my stats and stuff are all messed up on Twitch at the moment, so... Just funny, I was watching a stream this morning when I was doing Blender work, and yeah, no, I saw this huge wave of gifted subs come through on their stream, and yeah, no,
Welcome to
I'm
the
just
ASOP
like,
Vehicle Retrieval
that's a lot of
System.
money. And then another wave came through, I'm like, what the hell? But yeah, it's actually it's really cool though that you can actually do that. You can gift subs and it goes into a pool, so when someone, when they want to gift out subs, they can actually do that, because they're like tokens. You can, kind of give them out afterwards. That's really cool. Oh, look.
Please visit us again to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
Nope.
Please visit us again.
So, how do we get off planet if we can't use an ASOP terminal? Here we go again. Alright. US servers again. Because ours are like broken. You know what I should have done? I should have started playing Path of Exile. Tell you what, while that is loading, let me go check what the cost of Final Fantasy 14 is at the moment. Oh wait, wrong place. Um, I gotta find it. It's funny if the streamers break. Oh, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of on the. I've always been on the fence about that. I think it's. On one part of me says that excellent. It's really good that it helps them get exposure. But on the other hand, is if it if it actually breaks the stream and causes them to have like some sort of emotional, breakdown, and they have to stop streaming because of it, I feel real bad about it. It's like my same stance on raiding. If you're a large streamer that's got like 20,000 people and you go raid someone who's got like 10 people, you could literally, you could destroy that person because of that. Well, this is so interesting. So the US servers are also starting to suffer the same issue. Well, plan B. Let me have a quick look at something. Um, Additional services. Nope, that's not it. Aha, here we go. Yeah. Okay, so it's basically 20 bucks a month for me if I want to play 14 again. Trojan. Yeah, I will. Trying now. I just saw it in global as I was logging in. People are there's like 6 different people said the same thing. So yeah, no, that's really really bad. So Star Citizen might be over for today, and that means I have to get back to work. You know the other annoying thing is if I start a I mean I could start an MMO. There's no issues about it, but it has to be for a particular period of time that I have to be playing it. And if I play longer than that, it's going to cut into the Diablo 4 stuff too. So I mean I've got to balance it. You know, if that makes sense. So I'll just have a look at the cost for 14 being $20 a month. That's not bad. So I could play for like 2 months or something like that. So
The next shuttle is approaching the station.
you know, it's funny you should say it, Keeper. One of the comments I actually did read, and you can actually check this in the VOD, it's from about 10 minutes back. Someone actually said that the PTU had this patch on it, and it broke on the PTU. The PTU is completely broken.
Please clear the hatch. Shuttle will be departing.
But the strangest thing is, I've gone on the forums and I can't find. I've found a little note about that the changes shouldn't be showing any effect at the moment. But what if? What if they're wrong? And they've pushed the patch and it's broken everything because it's not like synchronized. So, for instance, if say the server's looking for version blah, and the database is not that version, it's looking at something that doesn't exist. I wonder. Also, this might... Hey, Nord. It's in waves. When they patch a server, it goes in waves. So it's probably been sitting on the buffer until the servers have crashed, and then it's applied the patch and it started the server. So like I said, I was playing this morning and I didn't see this patch. I jump on now after a blender break, and I see a patch, and we've got all these problems. So I wonder.
Last call for passengers. The shuttle is preparing to depart.
But if they've just released this patch, that means they're watching at the same time. They've, you know, already starting to log to make sure,
All major platforms.
or to find out what's actually going on.
Shuttle is approaching.
But it's very strange considering the weekend is just here. Like there's, if they are patching stuff,
The next shuttle is last call for passengers.
yeah, I don't know. It's peculiar because it is a Thursday, right? So this gives them time to fix it before the weekend. But these, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. But I also heard a story about Xenothreat being a it was never released to like an official public server. It was always on the PTU. They ran it once on the PTU and that was it. We haven't seen it since. And this is the second time it's ever been up. So I wonder if they kind of shelved it and we're going to fix it when they release the updated hardware. Because remember, they did a whole new architecture update. So all the backend, so major changes to the backend, which means things would be unstable until they get it fixed. But at the same time, once they fix it, the future's, you know, the sky becomes the limit. Because if they can get a stable thing in place that will always work, no matter what they do, it'll always work, then they succeeded in what they were attempting to do. Now there was a statement from them that I did see on a YouTube video from this morning about what's been going on, and I understand what they're doing. In a way, I understand where they're coming from. That they've implemented something that no one has ever done before, and that's actually true. We're talking on a scale that is insanely high. But I wonder if the reason we're having so many issues is because they're charting a course that no one's ever charted at the same time too. So there's no like, we don't have a like a guideline or a guide to be going by to say, okay, this is what we should be. We've seen this before. This is what we should be expecting. So they don't have that. They've got a blank book and they're writing it as they go. So someone in the future is going to take a look at this and go, oh shit, let's not do any of that. Let's do this instead. And they'll have a faster solution in place because someone's already done it and they've learned from their mistakes. So... Oh, that's right, I was looking at the ASOP terminal, wasn't I?
Welcome
Let's
to the
see.
ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
Oh yeah, ASOP's working here. But yeah, like, it's... yeah, in one hand you can say they shouldn't be doing any of this, and on the other hand, it's like they've got no choice either, because if they don't get a big enough sample, they can't fix what's going on. And the hardware that is being used to play the game is completely wild. We have 1000 series graphics cards all the way up to 4000 series graphics cards, and then you've got all the Radeon series, which is what, 3000 series up to 5000 series, something like that. So, and then we've got the Intel stuff, which let's not talk about that. Yeah, it's something that they're trying to pull off. Yeah.
To the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
Crusader Cares program.
Well, the thing is the server really stable?
Vehicle selected.
This is the other issue.
Your vehicle has been
The Xenothreat sounds like a
Together, permanently.
is a Hail Mary, an all or nothing, to get the necessary data they need to know for a fact that yes, what we have in place for persistence of universe, mitigation, and backup support, the only way for them to do it was to release it to the live server when everyone was logging on. That way they can get the biggest sample of data as possible, and it's all in raw form. Because no one knew that the Xenothreat was going to drop. And we had 4 hours from the time that the patch was released to when the Xenothreat was going to pop up before anything went wrong. And the first thing that happens is the server started going ballistic. Now, if they haven't tested this, which they haven't, they didn't test it on, nothing's been tested on 3.18, as far as I know, other than, I think it was bunker spawns on 3.18. I think it was bunker spawns to make sure they stay working regardless of what happens. So Siege of Orison was on the old system. That was barely working and would only work if you had a 30k or after a 30k. So if it bugged, you had to wait for the 30k to kill the server. And then Xenothreat, because it never came to the public universe, as far as I know, I'll have to fact check that to be absolutely sure. If it was only on the PTU, only a limited amount of people got access to it. The same thing could be said with Jumptown. I've never seen that on the live server. I've only heard about it being on the PTU. So that's a limited sum of, like, a limited number of people testing it. But you're right, like this, releasing certain code to the server and killing servers, that's a big problem. But also, if we're logging on to the older servers, if, say for instance, it's like a ID system that says, okay, server 1234 is the way it needs to go. So the server first needs to crash before you get onto server 2, and then same thing goes to 3 and whatnot. If, say for instance, the server that's crashed goes from 1 and becomes suddenly server 4, and that's been updated, and you are trying to, and your client is and your client is the same one as server 4, you'll never get to server 4 until server 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3 crash. So it is possible that the reason why the ASOPs are not working is because of that. The old servers are still running, and until they crash or get reset, we'll never get access to those ASOP terminals. But again, that's all speculation. We just don't know. Because we don't know what they actually pushed when it comes to a patch. It would be good if they actually said, okay, we're pushing this change. Please stand by and notify us of any, I don't know, problems. But if they were aware of the problem already on the PTU and they pushed it to live because they need a bigger sample pool, that means that they've got something in mind and they've already got a workaround. They just need to confirm it with a bigger sample pool. But the problem is whatever this is. So... True, but we're talking about persistence here. Persistence is tied to many servers and not just one. So we're on a shard that's on a collective, on a whole, like a piece of pie, for instance. Oh, sorry, on a pie. So we're on, say, on 1/8 of that 1/8 of that pie, and all the servers interact with each other. So we, no matter which if the server crashes, we're supposed to get shifted to the next server, whatever's next available. So. And the persistence is supposed to be across all the servers as a whole, which in itself is a bit ridiculous, but that's what we got. But yeah, it's like, to me, what they're doing does not... Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what they should be doing. They should just usher... They should just release a, what do you call it? We're doing a patch. We need to bring the servers down for half an hour or something like that, and just do a full reset. Just reset them. But that to me is not. It's the best idea, but it doesn't actually solve a lot of problems too. Because if, for instance, they have a major, if they've got like a major stability bug that's actually slowly building up and eventually will cause a huge infrastructure blackout, and they need the servers to be up for a long period of time in order for that to be achieved, by resetting it, they're ignoring that bug is disappearing. And what's to say that they patch the server and the servers don't ever come back up either? But this is why we have live patching too, is that we can do stuff like this. But also, if patches are propagating, or are slow to propagate, that could also be a problem because obviously each area is on its own time zone, and bandwidth is questionable best in some places. I mean, that could be another reason too. So, those matters. Wait, hold on. No, Guild Wars 2 does bring its servers down, but it's just rare. I'm sure they bring their servers down. They certainly do when it comes to expansions, that they bring them down. This expansion. You know, it's funny, is I actually haven't played it. I haven't even actually played the latest expansion. Can't remember if I actually ordered it or not. I think I did. So, push the bill was okay. Interesting. Wait, you would have had to have downloaded a patch though. Yeah, no, you would have had no. If they patch like I believe that they do, they patch the game first, and then all they do is add a live trigger. So at a certain time they'll push the unlock trigger. which will then tell you that the content is now available. Which is like, it's like in a database you can set it to look at a table that has like an ID on it for a specific like quest. So at a certain time it'll update that table and it'll tell everyone, all right, this quest is now available, this is where you go. So you'll probably find that they patched the game and all the content was already there. We're just waiting for the trigger to activate to unlock all the zones. Take a look at what happened with WoW and Dragonflight. Basically half the map was already available and people were able to explore half the map. And then GMs got involved and started walling off areas so people couldn't see them. And then I'm like, how dumb can you get? Why even bother releasing all this content? You should have just not done it in the first place. You should have had most of it ready, walled off huge areas, and then put it up for the PTR, you know, the PTR, whatever the testing was for the server. I'm trying to think what else was like that. Yeah, there you go. See, that's it. That's exactly it. So you can't access that area without the new build. So again, like I said, you've got to patch first before you can play. But also, Guild Wars and Guild Wars 2 also use live streaming. So anytime they push an update, it gets updated directly to your client, because every time you go into a zone, it refreshes. So yeah, that would make sense. But what they would have done is, like I said, they would have kept core files out of the client until basically the time, and then new build. These basically the trigger files would have been applied to a client, and both would be straight in. So that was. Yeah, they do. I know 14 doesn't though. ESO certainly doesn't. They stopped doing that, I think. Wait. Yeah, I think, yeah, they did. Hang on. Which update was that? Morrowind's DLC? It was one of them? No, it wasn't recently. It's when they did this huge back-end update. I'm trying to think which patch it was. They stopped that instead of, it's when they went to a mega server, they stopped it. Yeah. Although they're a bit like WoW too, because WoW does the same thing every week. They go for a reset, which is not a silly idea, because yeah, I've always been banging the drum to say that's what Star Citizen should be doing. They should be resetting. If servers are chugging that hard, they should just be having like an automated reset and say, okay, 24 hours is up, let's issue an announcement, restart, you know, server restart in 1 hour. Just restart it. You know? That's what they should do. Close off the login server first to stop people from logging in. Then log off the world servers. Bring up the world servers first, and then bring up the login server. That's how it should be done. But that's not what they do. They don't think that, you know, in that way, and you know that's perfectly fine. So. But I mean, look, you know, we're going to be having this conversation, right? And in a few years from now, we're going to be like, what? We didn't even... what the hell were we on about? You know? We'll look back and say, what the hell? I remember that joke when I played WoW for the first time. I had a friend of mine who laughed at me because I died to a Defiance Pillager, getting hit with a fireball and literally one-shotting me. It's like, oh, do you remember that Pillager that you ran into? So... the thing is, persistence is now a core part of the game, so you can't exactly turn it off because it'll kill the game. It's too late for that. The new architecture update, it's too late. They can't roll it back. But I mean, why would they want to roll it back? Because okay, so in 3.17, everyone was complaining that why is my CPU getting eaten and my GPU is not? And then people found out exactly how the game was built. It was built on CPU rendering and not GPU rendering. And people with these high-end computers, I'm talking tens of thousands of dollars, trying to render this game with a GPU, everyone was laughing at them because your CPU wasn't good enough. And those who brought those was it the hex cores or whatever it is, the ones that did streaming and gameplay. So yeah, it did streaming and it had cores dedicated for streaming and it had a cores dedicated for CPU actual major use, and the game refused to use that particular CPU socket because it wasn't designed for it. So but eventually they patched it and, you know, made sure it worked. Oh, yeah, I see. Hell, look, you know what they should do is they should go into the database and write specifically that if a ship structure hasn't been interacted with a salvager for 6 hours, it's wiped. Same thing with like ships and stuff in space. 12 hours, wiped. That's what it should be. That should be something set by default. That if it's not touched with a salvager, it should be wiped. It should just disappear. And not stay there indefinitely, because that's just silly. It's a huge waste of resources. Throws to care of it. Cleaning crew. CRG cleaning crew has taken care of it. Yeah, before I go anywhere, I'm just going to bring up my task manager real quick just to confirm. Okay, so avatars within specs, very good. Okay, so it's the game, not the avatar. I'm trialing a new setting for OBS with the avatar just to see if it fixes things or slows things down a little bit. So yeah. Okay, this is really scary. I'm just gonna say that right now. Shit is actually teleporting in. We just need to be a little bit careful. Yeah, I mean, I'm used to this because of Siege, because this is exactly what happened in Siege. You have to be absolutely on your A game when you're playing in Siege because of this very reason. Stuff would actually teleport in. You need to be quiet, you need to stay low. Make sure you're not in an exposed position in case they do teleport in. And if you're doing magazine stuff, make sure you're against the wall. like what I'm doing right now, because apparently I've got a magazine that is literally incorrect on ammunition, and I don't know which one it is. Item fork, which one is it? I've got 2 magazines at 118 apiece, apparently. That one. And that one. Alright, drop. I'm pretty specific about how I set my magazines up too, so... Some would say, oh, that's a waste of ammo. Well, it's actually not, because we can't consolidate ammo. And I need to make sure I got my bullet count right, otherwise it's going to drive me nuts. Also, stuff like this, sniper rifle. Grab an arrowhead, put a suppressor on it, and a 4x scope or a single red dot and take shots. Hollow is probably the easiest one to be using for a sniper rifle anyway. I think there's 3 people inside. I wouldn't have known he was there until I saw that torch shine. Okay. 4 bullets. Right. Let's get into a corner real quick. I'm gonna reload. Alright. Let's go. And I've got another bugged magazine, so... I've got some nice light armor I should be grabbing, hey? I should bring that with me instead of doing it with heavy armor. But then again, I've had bullets. Ooh, hello. It's another one down. So yeah. Now, Animus rocket launcher, please. Game says no, but it gives me a suppressor. I'll take it. Now we'll grab that as well. Drop that on the ground. And that one as well. Alright, let's go. Downstairs. So, yeah. Yeah, no, this reminds me of a lot of stuff of RSO Siege, because Siege was like this. So. Except for one slight thing. We can't shoot out of elevators anymore. But they fixed that. So we must make sure our barrel is pointing outside the elevator, otherwise we could have problems. He's in the wall. That's bad. I might be able to get him out if I run over here. He might teleport to the roof. Is he gonna do it or not? So yeah, this is another problem, which I don't understand how this is actually possible after the persistence changes. This isn't supposed to happen. To have a target stuck in a wall, and grenades will not help because we can't blow up against the, blow stuff against the wall. Although, if we can find an explosive weapon, we can certainly try. We might be lucky to get a grenade launcher here. That's a no. No. Alright, well this is a broken mission. Okay, so what else do we have? We got service beacons. What's the other one that I had? Something else. That's for the enforcer. Alright, we'll go to this one instead. Track. It's on Heartmore. No, where is that ore? Hang on, what? Oh, we're on the same platform. Okay, no worries. If this one's bugged as well, then we'll stop. Because I'm not gonna go down that rabbit hole of trying to find a working mission.
Attention staff. The time has come to strike at the corporate puppets. Stand aside and watch as we burn them.
That's the speech from Siege of Orison, so interesting. Ooh. FPS. I might land in the courtyard and make my way up instead, I think. And I can do that on this one, because we've got this open area right here. Ooh. Banged into a tree. Oh wait, that was the gun that banged into the tree. Alright.
As soon as possible.
Engines offline.
Yeah, I got some serious FPS loss right now. Wow. Oh wait, I think it's because the avatar's broken out of its container again. Yay. Okay, so they're literally still spawning. That doesn't make any sense. They should have spawned ages ago. Ouch. Can you please just heal? Game? Thank you. He just literally looked straight at me. I would like my gun back though. Oh boy, this is bad. Okay, looks like it's active now. Yeah, which one's gonna ninja teleport in this time? One elevator, 3 people. That does not seem right. Just in case, I'll put our back to this wall. We'll have a look in the box. Nothing of value. Right, keep moving. The hell was that? Something just exploded? It's not my ship because that's down there. Alright, 2 remaining. My guess, downstairs, stuck in an elevator. Oh, maybe not. Alright, well, we got him. Oh, let's go. So that's one down. That's good. Now, we had one green box up here. Wait, no, that was downstairs. That's right. That was a red box there. Is there a green box here? Nope. Alright. Alright, let's go. Okay, why can't I get rid of the bottle? Wait, I drank the whole thing, didn't I? Sure I did. Nope. Apparently, I've got 60% left and yet I drank the whole thing. Alright.
Engines online. Launch complete. Landing gear rejected.
What the hell is this? There's a literal supply crate right there for some strange reason, but I have no idea what it is. These went in siege. So someone crashed a Pisces and then left a big supply crate behind, apparently. What's inside? Absolutely nothing. Nice. Okay. I mean, it's not a bad idea if you're planning to stay there for a prolonged period of time, sure. It's easier just to take the weapons with you. And, go where you're going, I suppose. I mean, we might look at it next patch, I suppose, but, I mean, we're just not... We're not needing that stuff. Not really. Because there's no, like, farming spots stuff. Not in the way that I think of in MMOs. As we know, we're going to stay in a spot for so long before we get kicked out, so...
Engines offline.
Alright, let's start with the ground floor first and we'll work our way up. Crap, don't tell me he's a fresh spawn. Oh, that could be bad. Sure I killed him. Certainly hope I did. Anyway. We're in a safe spot so we can find out if we can get a... Ooh, a sniper rifle. Sure. I'll take that. Yep, got a sniper rifle. Yeah, so literal portal. Yeah, door's closed. Good. That's a good sign. Yeah, I hated those back in the day. They were the one thing that would scare you to absolute, yeah, would send you mad because you don't know if there's something inside of them. You'd always have to spot check. Now, where the hell are these targets? Then she did tell me it's inside of a freaking wall. There's one there. Sure there was one there. Perhaps not. Okay, we've got one on the platform. Nope. Alright. Oh boy, oh boy. I think we're dealing with a broken spawn. Man, it hasn't taken a shot at me yet, so... Don't know, it might be downstairs too. But I doubt it, because I killed everything in the elevator, so it's got to be in this top elevator. Or stuck inside. Good. Excellent. Object complete. Oh, hang on. Objective complete. Upper floor. Oh, these are bad, these servers. Oof. Alright, let's get out of here. We got 2 sniper rifles. It's a good start. Definitely good income. Now, do you know what? When you think about it that way, that's like saying, how many features actually exist? Uh-oh. Can I get out of the chair? Yeah, this could be bad. So it's somehow teleported me into a chair, and I can't turn the power on. I mean, I can accept the loss of an LMG, sure, because I got 2 minus sniper rifles in my backpack. However, I've got no global chat either, which is a problem. Alright, exit the menu. There's no way out of that. We'll give it like a minute or two, a minute or two, and then I'll jump on the old server. And we'll see if I've still got the sniper rifles. I said the LMG is not much of a loss because I've got plenty of them. Suppressors on the other hand, I'll probably have to go buy more of. And I think I'm good on scopes. Hmm. Alright, 3, 2, 1, go. Oh boy. Yeah, streaming should resume tomorrow, I think. It kind of depends. I've got stuff on. I can't remember when it starts. I'm pretty sure it's tomorrow, but I'm not sure if it's in the morning or if it's in the afternoon. So, I mean, last resort, I just take another day. I just actually take a day off. I don't really want to because I really want to stream, but I also want to do Blender work too, and I'm just like, oh. I really would like to stream it, but I don't want to because I want it to be a surprise when it's completed. I got the art stream coming up too. Just trying to think what day to do that. I think I might do that over the weekend, maybe. We'll do it Monday or Tuesday, something like that. I don't know. Yeah, I'll give 14 some serious thought. I might get back to playing that. It's what's the word? I think it's going to be problematic on what to do once we get to max level and stuff like that.
Combat pilots to volunteer. Contact me for details.
Alright, so what did we bring back? Yeah, we got the sniper rifles. That's good. I'll accept that. We got attack 3 sniper suppressor, so that's fine. Alright, we need to weapon up again. So... We've got so many freaking FS9s. Yeah. Right, so we need a suppressor. Attack 1. Do I have any more? Size 1. Oh yeah, I've got size 3s. That's fine. Oh, sorry, size. Okay, so I got size 3s, size 2s, and size 1s. That's fine. Alright, where's my. I already got to stack some of this stuff, hey? Far out. I got so much stuff. Get more Z's forward. Yeah, no worries, Kiva. I'm probably gonna wrap things up here anyway. With what's happened to the servers, I don't want to risk that again. I mean, I was lucky enough to get the sniper rifles out of there too, so... I mean, how many do we actually have? Like, we have quite a lot of weapons. Like, I mean, look, we're stacked on, like, weapons. FS9s, grenade launchers, arrowhead sniper rifles. I mean, look, if you need guns, Kiba, just let me know. I've got plenty to spare. Hell, I got an Archangel sniper rifle, which I really like using. So, another scalpel, another grenade launcher. These are cool. I like the ASCAV. The ASCAV are like they shoot blue beams. They're absolute monsters. They're long range sniper rifles. I do need to get, I think it's arrowheads. Yeah, so they got 20 on the... Yeah, I think it's arrowheads. Arrows? AO3s. Might be AO3s, anyway. Nothing on me. Not really. Not really, because I can go to the weapon shop and sell half of this stuff too if I really wanted to, so... But no, somehow I've actually picked up a combat knife, which I have no idea where that's come from, so... Look, it pays to have extra weapons. You just never know. I mean, I have to go to the station to pick up more suppressors because I don't have enough suppressors for all these guns. So, yeah. Yeah, so look, I've just been on the Asia server, right? Look at global chat. They're still talking about the terminals not working. How long was I on the actual? I think I was on there for 20 minutes, and it's still not working, and we were on here 20 minutes before that, so it's almost been an hour. Actually, it's been longer than that. Yeah, because we had I was playing for an hour before the 30k came out, and then basically it's been another hour and a half. Yeah, 1.5 hours. So... Oh boy. Oh boy. But no. I needed a break from Blender, so I thought I'd stream just in the interim before I get back to work in Blender. But I was hoping Star Citizen would be working so we could keep going. But you know what I didn't do? I didn't check how much money I had. We need 2.9 million, I think it's... No, we're just shy of 3... Yeah, we need just shy of 3 million to actually buy a Corsair. So that's our goal, is to get a Corsair. I mean, look... I might even flip a coin and get a Retaliator instead. So... Got some space. Okay, but if you want to come, if you want to do platform missions with me, whenever the servers actually are behaving themselves, more than welcome to. And you can pick up all the guns. Just, I mean, look, we could probably look around for a box, and you can just fill up a box. Just grab a tractor beam in a box, and we'll just fill it all up with all the guns that you want. So, I mean, a box will fit on the Titan, no problems. We can just fit it in the back. And, yeah. So you'll have, as many, yeah, you have as much as you want. Custodians are really good, by the way. I actually was testing one out off stream yesterday. They actually are pretty good. It's funny because during my day off, yesterday when it was in the early morning if I remember correctly, I was actually running a bunker and I actually ran into a geared person who actually had a suppressed custodian with a red dot scope on. He was fully decked out, full heavy armor. He must have paid 50k for the armor and probably another 20 on top of that with all the stuff that he had because he was actually full grenades too. He's fully kitted out, and yeah, his corpse was literally in the bunker, and I just took his corpse and all his stuff. I was like, yeah, no, staying around for this bunker, I might as well just take his stuff. It's worth it. So, free set of heavy armor, plus decent weapons. So, yeah, like you just find some random stuff at times. Hey, it's crazy. Absolutely crazy. But custodians definitely worth it. 60 bullets on a magazine. Get a suppressor, and put a red dot scope on it or a one-time scope. And just go hard and kill stuff. And you don't even have to be in heavy armor either. If you run light armor, you can get really close to them because the custodian is an SMG, which means it has decent accuracy running without scopes. So you can run up to them at in third person and just destroy them, destroy whatever's in front of you without even aiming. So yeah, you better go to bed. I will wrap things up here, and I'll go back to working on Blender. I'm working on the fluff at the moment on the head, and it's not an easy task. I expected it to be easier, and it's not. It's pretty. I have to think about it quite a lot, try and figure out how I want it positioned and stuff like that. I can send you a screenshot if you want to see what it looks like the before and after. It's it has to be done. We'll see what's done. All right, no worries. But yeah, no, it's one of those things. It's like when you do the dishes, it has to be done, and I have to keep learning new things in order to see them through. So I mean, look, same thing happened with the art streams, if you remember. All those hours I spent with catching up on 10 years of how much I'd not used GIMP. Hang on, no, so it's not 10 years. It's oh no, it'll be more than that. It'll be like 20 years. Yeah, I think it'll be about 20 years. I'd have to check exactly when I last used GIMP, and I know exactly where I need to go to find it. So last time I downloaded Gmax. So that would be a long time ago. So it's funny how things change over the years. But yeah. Anyways, I'll leave you. You go sleep. So anyway, yep. Thank you everyone. Thank you everyone who tuned in was here. So I'm gonna get back to working on Blender. But again, thank you everyone for tuning in and being here for just this short-ish stream. Unfortunately, Star Citizen is not behaving. It seems like they've decided to destroy the game for some unknown reason. They're doing well at this. So we'll have to pick it up whenever it gets fixed, whenever that may be. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a break. I might I might just do some offline things on Star Citizen when when I get the chance to do it, and then I think we'll main something else temporarily. So we have some choices. I might actually go back on a Path of Exile next stream, which will potentially be tomorrow. Potentially. Because I mean we're blasting through that and we're not exactly finished. So otherwise, I'm gonna have a bit of a think about if I'm gonna get back into 14 or not, or another MMO just to kind of fill the void until we actually get D4, or we start a playthrough of something in the interim, which can be extended up to the point basically Xenothreat disappears, because I believe Xenothreat to me is the biggest problem at the moment with the servers. So once Xenothreat's out, we'll be basically free to play for however long, I suppose, until the next whatever comes next, which will be the D4 slam test, I believe it was back in. Hold on, I believe it was on the 12th. I think. No, it wasn't the 12th. It was the weekend. I think it was must have been the 15th, 15th or 17th. It's this coming. No, it's not. Hang on. Was it the 12th? Yeah, it was the 12th of May, I believe it starts. Let me double check. Where are we? Okay, so they're saying it starts the 12th of May at 12 p.m. PDT. And it finishes on the 14th. So yes, we basically we can kind of do anything for that up until then, and then we'll be on D4 for a couple of days, testing things out, playing some stuff, testing out the changes, finding out what's going on with that. I'm not looking up the patch notes until the day before. I actually might read them prior to stream, or read them during stream at the start before we actually start playing. We'll see how we go. I'm hoping there's been changes to things like Druid, Barbarian, and whatnot. But the focus will be on the Druid specifically, regardless of what the changes are. I don't care. I want to try it out again, try some different ideas, and see. Because we actually started getting a very strong build, but yeah, there was question marks about it. Other than that, probably another run of Necromancer, I suppose. Do another Bone Spear, because that was hilarious. And stupidly broken, but yeah, no, it was good fun. I think it's going to be one of those what do you call it? S tier start, like maybe D tier late game or something like that. It has huge spike damage. I don't know what it will be like at the end when we get up to stuff that's got like huge amounts of health pools. I think it's going to be one of those things that's going to be a bit of a exactly like a curve. It's going to, like I said, it's going to start really high and then curve its way down, and that'll be the end of it. So, but worth wait and see. We'll definitely wait and see. But, yeah. Necro damage on Madrid. Oh, look, Kibba, look, if you happen to find it, if there's any patch notes, please don't tell me, but if there is, yeah, just, don't spoil it. I suspect there's been patches and they either released the notes and they're somewhere, or I've just been so switched off from looking at D4 stuff that I just haven't seen it yet. But look, it's possible that there's patch notes out there already with what's upcoming. So yeah, no, I'll definitely be reading them before we start D4, just to catch up and be surprised. So what do you think? Yeah, no, that's fine. It's just if there are patch notes, anything that's listed in the notes is subject to change. So if, for instance, Barb's had huge changes where, I don't know, like I was saying in the when I was playing Barb, the Barb bleed damage should be constantly stacking. It shouldn't just I keep updating. It should just keep stacking and then they just bleed to death instantly. Or if you get the bleed bar at maximum, it should instantly kill them. It shouldn't just slowly tick down. That seems really silly. Or it goes from like bleeding into deep bleeding or deep wounds or something like that, and it causes them to bleed faster, like a hell of a lot faster. But yeah, I mean we can wish for something, but it doesn't necessarily mean we'll get it. So, but yeah, okay, that's enough for me. I will see everyone next stream. So until then, do take care, look after yourselves, and I'll see everyone then.